My name is Dipika Kaushal. I'm the CEO of Voluntary Action Calderdale. We are a charity, and our main function here is to support the voluntary and community sector and champion them and make sure that we are advocating for them. We are also a partner of the Voluntary Sector Infrastructure Alliance and one of 6 partners. And again, the main function of that part of the partnership and provision is to support the voluntary community sector. So in terms of the organisation, what the physical activity agenda does is to make sure that we have a focus on wellbeing and a thriving culture. And I think there's something about how the team are also then supporting the wider sector to then connect with our sector organisations to also enable them to create a thriving culture and support their communities to really think about how they can be well for longer and also embed well-being into the work that they do. What we're currently doing is encouraging our staff team to be as active as possible, particularly as the majority of our team is currently working from home. We have the hashtag Move the Calderdale Way campaign, which has gone viral in Calderdale. And what a fantastic way to really start enabling people to think about how they can be part of that very active culture. We also supported some work last year for Active Calderdale in the Upper Valley around Todmorden and Hemden Bridge. That was very much around engaging with the voluntary community sector and to really understand how we could connect what was going on. One of the first things the project around Active Calderdale did was to do some scoping and not assume that there was no physical activity going on. It was really obvious that there was quite a lot of physical activity taking place, but actually what we needed to do was connect it up. So those who could host physical activity and those who wanted to deliver it, we matched those up. I'm really passionate about making sure that we're creating an enabled and energised team. So physical activity was a no-brainer. And really, basically, when I say we, collectively, have really started to talk about well-being and physical activity and how we can embrace that in different ways, shapes and form. So in terms of the current situation and working from home, that's really important in terms of how we embrace physical activity and breaks and actual activity within the day. But also in terms of, life before COVID, we were talking about lunch and learn sessions and how we could actually do some of that, incorporating physical activity. And also in terms of the conversations and basically embedding that culture. The impact has been profound. VAC have led on the Move the Calderdale Way campaign. One of the reasons we wanted to do that was to raise some money for the voluntary community sector, but that is, in terms of its impact, is quite nominal. What we found is actually virtual teams coming together. And when I say virtual teams, it's internally we have not only our trustees, our staff, our partners, we've also got friends and family joining in. And so for me, the effects have been profound. And then externally as well, we've seen council colleagues, NHS colleagues coming together with voluntary sector organisations to really energise their Move the Calderdale Way virtual team effort, as well as friends and family. People are talking about it. It's fun. It's not prescribed. It's not regimented. People aren't being told you must do this. People actually want to engage. What I've learned from the process is that it's better when we're not forcing people to do things and that we're thinking creatively and more dynamically about how we support some of the key agendas and priorities in Calderdale. So as a leader, that's working on behalf of our voluntary community sector. That's part of the VSI Alliance. And as a system leader in Calderdale, it's about thinking about what my role and our role is to support those key agendas. And particularly thinking about Active Calderdale and the physical activity agenda, it has been more around how do we energise this agenda, but making sure that people feel that they own the agenda. What Move the Calderdale Way has done is won hearts and minds at a local level, and actually demonstrated that physical activity doesn't need to be going to the gym or, basically you can do it your own way. And really that's the key message here. And also in terms of the fact that it's something we can all collaborate on. And what I would underline it with is that it's got to be of mutual benefit to everybody. Nobody loses out with a physical activity agenda. We've all got something to gain.